It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Derrick Henry. He's one of the highest scoring backs in the league, ranking 5th in rushing touchdowns. It's the Ravens and the Giants, next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there. We don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from MetLife. Dory Jackson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W picking up the win in that ball game.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
3rd down from the gun. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd down's critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back now, pressure on its way. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. Locked to throw it. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Here's Locke to the air. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Setting up a throw. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's taken in by Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. He'll throw it. Caught by Flowers. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Pass play coming here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and they're there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've...
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Ravens. And Baltimore finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown! The Ravens capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now here comes the New York offense. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. A handoff to Tracy. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. Here's Locke. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Throwing now from the gun. Into the hands of Neighbors. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Man in motion here. They're going play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defensive coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel, and his guys on the field made the right play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll throw to begin this drive. He's got Andrews. And he'll get it up to the 44. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants' side of the field. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 17-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll be set up with third and only 1. He'll look to throw. Andrews with the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds him over the middle. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 39. Finding Flowers. And they take him down right along the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Tight end going in motion here. They are throwing it again. Completed to Flowers. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 23. Gets this one to Andrews. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This throw is cut. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch is made in close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Tucker able to tack on the extra points. And the Ravens make it a 24-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Coming left is Tracy. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard.
They go right back to Tracy. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now.
That's good for a New York Giants.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Locke to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that lowers the lead to 21.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Ravens ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. To throw here on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Bobby Okereke making that stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
It's Henry on the counter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Caught by the open man. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens ballooning the 1st half lead even further. That gives him a mark of distinction for this season. He's now up to 40 touchdown passes this year, and it's part of one of the more impressive campaigns that we've seen from an NFL QB. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. throwing now off play action. Ooh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Ravens bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This finds Likely. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Here's a throw. Completed over the middle. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that first down marker. 2nd and 6 coming up here. A tight end in motion now. From the 31. Into the hands of Likely. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. 2nd and 3 now. From the 17. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds.
Let's go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That'll be complete to Elliott. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Neighbors. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. From the 48. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half.
That's the end of the first.
So we've reached the halftime break. It's the Ravens leading so far on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. 2 touchdowns in that game for Tony Pollard. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Brandon Allen leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Teddy Bridgewater leading the way as his guys pick up win number 14 on the year. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Running once more with Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Another run for Henry. And he drives it up past the 45. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw now. Into traffic, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They send a tight end in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down, Ravens.
Throwing it again here. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He has the first over the middle. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens continue adding on to that lead.
Giants 3.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Drew Lock ready to go again on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Lock. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Have had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. To throw, here's Lock. Pass cut by Tracy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So no return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Running back, motioning right. Gets this to Bateman. And they bring him down around the 34. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
The Giants offense all set to get started. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing from the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's good for a Giants 1st down.
Lock to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's 2nd down. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's Tracy once more. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
He finds Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
On the slant, complete to Johnson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running this with Tracy. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A give right side to Tracy. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Giants have it to start the 4th in a game that seems pretty far out of reach. New set of downs for him at the 38. Putting the tight end in motion. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Giants first down.
He finds Johnson. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 17-yard line.
From the 17. Connects with Johnson. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. This is Tracy. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure looked like defense had done enough to hold him on that play. To credit that first down to a good initial effort and second effort to keep fighting to go get that extra yard needed.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants cut into the lead by another point. Gano ready to send this away. Hardy on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. The drive begins with Henry. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. They're throwing it. This finds Likely. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 48. Fits it through the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Motioning the tight end now. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. There's the power, now some speed. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Adoree Jackson makes the play. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders are willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Lock. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Locke looking to throw. Has his man, it's Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing his lock. Into the hands of Neighbors. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 41. Lockdown. Gets this to Johnson. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
If you want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Locke. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets them the first. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And even on the road, this was a game they expected to win fairly convincingly. And I think we can say they've done just that, Brock, to the chagrin of the hometown fans who are hoping to see that upset. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from New York.